And joining me on the desk, Kyle Gallagher. We are talking Chug Waggies now, day one of the CPCA Canada Cup in the books. And this is pretty much a lot for bragging rights. You know, you got some of the top racer drivers out there racing against one another.
I really like the way this is set up, where they get to pick their own teams. It's kind of like the schoolyard, where you get to pick all your buddies and then see who's got the best team.
You don't want to be the last one
Don't
picked.
want to be the last one picked. As we were saying last night, was the first night of the Canada Cup, as Team Laboucaine, Team Carey, and Team Nolan hit the track to see which squad had the fastest hooves. Laboucaine's group had a solid first night as Lanson Gaudry, Chance Bensmiller, Kelly Moran, and Devin Mitsuing all won their respective heats to pile up the points, putting Laboucaine's group ahead, heading into the final heat, which had the captains go head to head to head. And there they go. The Rapid View rocket. Vern Nolan comes off the barrels hard, but it's big BJ Carey that grabs the inside track heading into the first turn. Nolan not too far behind, and Laboucaine right behind him. Now coming into turn number 3, Carey starts to open it up a bit. He's got over a wagon length lead now on Nolan and Brian Laboucaine, not far behind. Into the home stretch, Carey still out in front, with Nolan and Laboucaine starting to fall behind as Carey's powerful outfit comes on strong late.
BJ Carey has that. Nobody's catching him on an unlock tonight. He takes the finish line with Vern Nolan in second, and at the back of the train, Brian Laboucaine.
We're going to keep rolling with a big outfit and let them run, and hopefully be standing the same place Sunday in the winner's circle.
Now taking a look at the team standings after day one, Brian Laboucaine and company sit first, just 1 point ahead of Team Carey, while Vern Nolan's squad sits just a few points back of that. There's still lots of racing left. Day 2 gets underway in just a few minutes. Race time, 6:30. It was winner go home last night for the Lloydminster Juniors. 2 NSRBL games went down here in the border city. We begin at Wallace Field, where the Juniors were hosting the North Battleford Beavers after forcing a decisive Game 3. Bottom of the third, 1-0 Beavers. Landon Noyes at the dish. He hits that to right. That'll bring in Brett Kostaski. Juniors tie up the game at 1. Next play, Cole Kostaski now. He gets in on the scoring as well. The loop to left field. Noyes will trot it in home, giving the home team the lead. Top of the fourth, bases juice for Matthew Benson. The sac fly gets down. Now I bet we have a bit of a showdown at home plate. Brad Eishin slides in. Cole Kostaski goes down hard, but he's okay. And we have ourselves a tied commercial here. Tied at 3. Now Miller singles, and lucky number 13 makes it 4-3. Now still in the fourth. Tyler Russell gets in on it. He's going to drop one in right field. And then Miller's pretty excited. He's a little too eager to make it home. He's going to stumble. But don't worry, he recovers and will score. Beavers looking good in this one. 5 runs in the 4th inning, 4 in the 5th inning, and another 5 in the 7th inning. They sink the Juniors 15-4 and take the series 2-1.
So that was a big monkey off our back, and it just seems all year long that you know, we're either losing games 2-1 or winning 10-9. You know, like we don't got the pitching and the batting together, but tonight it both came together and we were able to take a pretty big lead and go with it.
Just to come out in Game 3 and make errors and so many wild pitches and not hit the ball like we have been, it's pretty frustrating. But they hit the ball, we didn't. Basically the bottom line tonight.
And to our other matchup, the Battle of Lloydminster. The Blue Jays came out on top, shutting down the Midwest Expos by a score of 6-0. They sweep the series 2-0. So let's take a look at the matchups for the semis. North Battleford Beavers will take on the number 1 seeded Border City Blue Jays. Meanwhile, in a showdown from provincials last week, the Twins and Meadow Lake Sox will face off. The Sox lost to the Twins, so redemption will definitely be on their minds. There is no word yet when the next round kicks off. The Lloydminster Rebels are having a pretty good run at the U21 Women's Fast Pitch Canadian Championships. The team was 4-2 heading into this afternoon's game and looking to get one step closer to the gold medal. But they couldn't get past the Southie Junior 2-2-2s who come away with the 6-2 victory. The Rebels were only down 2-1, but a 4-run 4th inning sealed the deal for Southie. And Lloydminster has one more game left in the tourney as the ladies from the border city took on the host Alberta Warriors. The game got underway at 6 o'clock. We will bring you updates as they become available. It was a double dose of rugby in the border city today as both the men's and women's Reapers rugby teams were in action. In the first game of the day, the ladies took on the Saskatoon Corinne, and it wasn't exactly what the Reapers were hoping for. They get thumped 68-10. The ladies' season is quickly coming to an end. They only have a game left in a 1 year-end tournament, so not the best way to finish their last home game, but everyone had fun. In the second game of the day, the men also took on Saskatoon, this time the Creme. The Reapers followed up their extremely dominant performance last week with an even bigger win this week, 102-12. The men will now take two weeks off before playing the Saskatoon Gophers on August 10th. The Alberta Football League playoffs kicked off today, and despite a 1-5 regular season, the Lloydminster Vandals made the dance and earned a matchup with the 3-3 St. Albert Stars. It was a close one, a lot closer than I thought it would be, but in the end, the Vandals come out on the wrong end of a 26-6 game. It was only 7-6 at halftime and 19-6 for most of the contest before our Stars picked 6 on the final play of the game. Tendai Josie had the lone touchdown for the Vandals. That ends an up-and-down season for Lloydminster, in which they saw a lot of new faces don the green and black. They'll look to keep building for next season. The Rough Riders are in Hamilton today to wrap up the second half of a home-and-home with the Tiger Cats. And the Riders have got to be feeling good right now. They are 4-0 on the season and coming off an impressive 37-0 thumping of the Tabbies last week. It is currently 12-10 in the second quarter. The Green and White were actually down 10-0 before a pair of Chris Milo field goals and a Lindsay Lamar receiving TD has Saskatchewan back out in front.